The Meta Madness group stage continues. We got Team Drakyr against Team Daykwaza, everybody. So the next best of 3 series of the group stage. Now again, the group stage is the warm-up for the real Meta Madness. We're just trying to determine the seeding for the teams. As explained previously, the teams have been drafted. So we had a player pool of players that signed up for Meta Madness. 8 captains were determined. Those captains drafted their team. And here now in the group stage, we're determining the seeding for the main event for the playoffs. So it's a little bit of a warm-up. We have mostly best of 3 series in all of this. And Meta Madness is, of course, as explained before, a tournament concept that aims to push people a bit out of their comfort zone. And there's 2 things that we do to accomplish that. First of all, there is heroes that are banned for the entire event. And those heroes for the group stage are the 11 that you see down there. Now, again, this is for the group stage. In the main event, we might have more heroes banned, all hinging on sub-goals on the Twitch channel up to a maximum of 20. But the second thing that we're doing to push the people out of their comfort zone and make things more interesting is every hero you see played in a series, being it a best of 3 or best of 5, can only be played once. So the 10 heroes that are played on the first map are not available anymore for map 2 or map 3 in this particular case, which very quickly leads to some interesting choices. And of course, even more so once we're going into the main event and have more best of 5 series on our hand. So there's a lot happening with all of that. But either way, by now we got Tomb of the Spider Queen as our first map in this particular match. This is the same group that we have Team Hazobs and Team Nagrom in. And if you remember, Hazob's team was able to win their first match. So now we got Diablo banned, we got a Nubarak banned, Diablo against Breeze. Sylvanas is out, and so is Junkrat, at least for this map, can of course be taken later. But let's see what we're gonna get first. Because we already had some interesting picks in the first best of 3 of the day. Diva, Alarak were chosen, a couple of others that you don't get to see every day, and that was again only in the best of 3. Anduin is a first pick for Banana H. Coming with the Crybaby right away. Alright. Okay. Anduin, by the way, looks a little bit like Breeze, I gotta say. Now that I think about it, this is the first time that I actually make that connection. But he has the same haircut, I give him that. So Anduin looks a little bit like Breeze. If you don't believe me, look some pictures up of him. But yeah, Gul'dan and Malfurion here on Tomb, the early picks for Daykwaza's team. Yeah, his team is quite interesting too. I honestly don't really know which team I favor out of the 8 that were drafted, but there are some that could be wild. And I think I talked about this already in the first series. There were a couple of the captains that immediately said, hey, some of the heroes or some of the players that I was getting onto my team, I drew them because they are already people that think outside of the box and sometimes go for crazy stuff. Now we got Stalk on Stitches, and that personally I absolutely love. Stalk is the only one that in previous Meta Madness has gone on level 1 with Stitches on this map for Hungry for More and ended up with a hit point pool of 13,000 and couldn't be killed anymore. These days it's obviously way more often about you going into the patchwork creation, but it would be a bit of a throwback if you actually went into the Globe talent and just picked that up. I would love that. Now, as it comes to bans, with Chromie's now also taken, we got Leo banned out. So, no chance to go for Leoric. Eventually, we're going to get a Cho'Gall, by the way. It's going to happen eventually. You know it, I know it, we all know it. Don't necessarily think this is going to be the game. But I just want to put that out there immediately. So, yeah. Okay. That gets Garrosh out of the room. That is limiting Breeze's hero pool quite a bit. I mean, keep in mind, there's actually a couple of tanks that are already banned. Johanna, for example, is not available, so you can't take her. It's also one of the reasons why we haven't seen any Blaze yet. But here comes the double pick. They're even hesitating. Ah, Tyrael! How could I forget Tyrael? God, I feel so bad now. Yeah, of course. Breeze, I would have expected an ETC, and then, yeah, Tyrael, of course. Duh. And we get Genji together with it. Alright, Genji and Tyrael, and now Drakyr, Azerite, the final double pick on the first map. I just want to see what Stalk is going to do with Stitches. But what's the sideliner? What are they going to run together with Stitches at the front line? Maybe even a... Oh, they go for Drakyr, Sonya, and we have a false stat. Alright. Good shit. And Urel, an insta-pick for Daykwaza. Tomb of the Spider Queen. Map number 1. Team Drakyr against Team Daykwaza. Let's go. Game on! We have the first map between Team Drakyr and Team Daykwaza. And over on the left side, it is Sonya, played by Drakyr himself for the blue team. Looking over towards Enabler, we have Chromie, we got Stalk on Stitches. Unfortunately, no throwback into the old days. Instead, it's the patchwork creation. Makes a lot more sense, obviously. We get Banana H with Anduin at this point, and of course, as you can tell, Azerite himself, he's playing Falstad right now. We got a bit of a global in the house, as on the right side of the map, it is Urel for Daykwaza. Henning playing Malfurion here. And we also have Jalabun Gul'dan, no game, no life on Genji, and maybe more importantly, Breeze is playing his Tyrael. And Breeze's Tyrael is pretty nasty, so that's one of the things that has very quickly been banned out when he was playing it in the Masters Clash, because everybody was just saying, yeah, that's not happening again. I mean, he literally solo killed some heroes, which you shouldn't really be able to do with this, but he still pulled it off regardless, so that was quite solid. But yeah, we're definitely going to keep an eye on him. If he can get, for example, a good ult out and then help Genji to get into a decent position, that would really help a whole lot. Imagine a great Sanctification just in the middle of the team fight, and then Genji, if he goes for the Dragon Blade, could play around that. Extract, of course, always an option for him as well, so time will tell what exactly they're going to do here. Well, apparently Genji already a little bit scared here, because he seemed to have dropped for a second, but we're back to business now. And he doesn't have to be scared. He has Breeze behind him, he has Malfurion, he's gonna get some healing when he needs it. Heading over here. And he's already getting aggressive, he's already going for the bird. Azerite needed some healing too, and he got it. Enabler is still poking them out as best he can with Chromie. Yeah, and Chromie is just annoying as hell. But the good news is you're not gonna have to deal with her on one of the upcoming maps in this series anymore. This is the only time that she's going to see some play. We have stacks collected for Falstad and for Gul'dan as both of the teams start to rotate between the lanes. But the red team is already starting to interrupt the rotation on the blue team side. So trying, and they are successfully trying, I might add, to push, to win just simply the wave clear battle. So they're doing a great job here. They're controlling the rotation, and that also keeps Stitches a bit at bay, as we have Gul'dan starting to use his wave clear in the mid lane. Now, Sonya here goes into the slam build. We have her down at the bottom of the map up against Daykwaza. Daykwaza finds himself in a tournament where for once he doesn't have to play Blaze all the time, because Blaze is perma-banned for the entire tournament. So nothing that he can do about that. Allows him to play some other heroes. I think he's pretty happy about it. When he played at the LAN event in Miami, he was talking about this a bit. He was saying, like, I would love to play another hero every now and then, but they don't ban my Blaze consistently, so if Blaze is up, I have to play him. He's just the best side laner. And that's exactly what he does and did. But either way, we got now the Endoral Anomaly for the time traps. Genji is already starting to work with the Siege Giants down here, but they're making a play for Drakyr. Can't get the kill here though. Stalk was also starting to rotate in, so you gotta be careful as you're being a bit outnumbered. It's all about the Siege Giants at the bot lane now, of course. And about this little pressure play in the middle of the map, where Azerite is collecting stacks for his level 1. Now, Azerite can help them later on quite a bit with his Gust too. For now, we have 10 stacks also on Gul'dan, which is kind of noteworthy, since for him it's going to be very important that around level 16 he's done with the quest, so that the Runeless Affliction can get full value. Down to the bottom of the map, the Siege Giants are still being attacked, and everybody is darting around here. Drakyr is putting the pain on Genji, and he has to snipe out here right away. So he swift strikes out. The rotation is coming, Breeze is on his way, and we got Daykwaza here too, so they might still be able to push them back, but it's a 4 versus 4 now. And who takes it? Stitches is on the point. Oh, time traps. Banana is low. 1 kill, and they get the second one. Another swift strike, and Drakyr is dead too. 3 kills easily. And that, of course, is such a great opening now for Team Daykwaza. I mean, check this one out. That was just beautiful. That choke point was an absolute death trap. Genji getting the resets there, hits one kill after another together with Malfurion. They have now Siege Giants at the bot lane that they can use to take the wall down. And all of this is happening without the first Web Weaver wave, without the objective. So the pressure is phenomenal. And they have a chance to deliver a few gems now to the core too. Perfect opening for them. So that's a great start for Team Daykwaza. We got them also very heavily ahead in experience now, thanks to all of this. They have an entire level lead with the 3 kills. And also a talent advantage that comes together with that. So yeah, nicely done. That time trap backfired a little bit, to say the least. Yeah, with level 7 we now also have for Urel the Divine Steed. And they could also try to go for the next turn in. Purge Evil, by the way. So not going into the auto attack style instead. Genji still keeping them low here. And especially Stalk. Stalk is being hit here time and time again. And no game, no life. Has zero problems darting in and out, delivering a bit of damage, poking, keeping them on their toes. And also, of course, making sure that nobody is getting cheeky enough to try and sneak in and get a kill against them. Keeping them on the defensive here. Level 7 is at least available for Team Drakyr as they are going to start defending now. But the birdie is getting attacked again. Genji is really going for it now. Breeze is jumping in front of the hook and makes sure that Genji doesn't fall. But No Game No Life is absolutely pressuring and crushing the backline. Falstad has a real shitty time here. And now that the Web Weavers are up, we can already see that some of the forts are definitely in danger, especially the one at the bottom of the map. Now, Sonya should be able to deal with it, but Genji is already on his way. Quickly rotating between the lanes too, with all of the mobility that he has, and that allows them to go for that fort. And I'm not sure if they can hold it, even if they can. It's going to be so low that eventually they're going to get that hit anyways. Daykwaza then again is a bit low. The hook hits Genji on then again. And the fort falls, but they are able to get out. So, not too bad. A little bit of vision provided by the Chromester. Falstad is at least topside, but they're still trailing behind by a level in experience. It's a tricky one. That early game was definitely not great. Now, the good news is they didn't lose too many gems. They recovered most of them, so they still have 64 gems in their hands. They need to turn them in, though. And down here at the bottom, Genji, he completes the quest at the 5-6 minute mark. No game, no life. So far, a huge asset to the team. Very aggressive, of course, too. But he knows exactly where the line is. Has not overstepped it yet. Camps are taken once again, and Siege Giants, as we speak about it, are also claimed. But now there's level 10. And yeah, Genji can't do anything here. He cannot slow them down enough for the rest of the team to rotate over. But by now, we got, of course, the Sanctification. We got, as expected, the Dragon Blade. Talked about this a bit earlier. And we got the Horrify, so Gul'dan can try and make some nice plays. But the blue team is falling a little bit farther behind here. I don't really think they should be looking for the fight. If they can, of course, try and bait out of the Sanctification, that would be great. But if you don't have rogue abilities, gotta be a little bit careful. If Gul'dan is near and he drops the Horrify on you, you're in trouble. Okay, so they're starting to move straight into the middle. Yeah, in comes the light bomb. We got the gust and leap. Gorge and leap. Sonya. She's gonna get aggressive here. Hook into leap. Make it happen, baby. Actually, hook, gorge, and leap. Either way, I'm fine with it as long as he jumps around. Turn-in would also be nice. They haven't delivered a gem yet. Not even one. Now that they got level 10, they can finally try. Azerite, yeah, he is definitely... He has enough gems. Get that turn-in. 50 gems delivered. Yeah, that's probably a load of his chest too. That would have been a problem. Can you imagine just him getting dropped at some point, them losing 50? That would have been such a nightmare for them. But yes, nicely done. So they get the chance to take a fort down as well. And at least pressure a bit. They still haven't gotten a single kill yet. But here's their chance. Here's the opportunity. 14,000 damage for Sonya. She's top damage. Top dog at the bot lane. Just slamming it out with Urel. There's the hook, the gorge, but the Horrify hits, and Falstad has a bigger chance of dying than Tyrael, I can tell you that much. That was the wrong target to gorge. Falstad is down. He was definitely in a bad spot there, so thankfully he delivered the gems. Get rid of the gems, and then it's time to feed. And it seems like No Game No Life takes Sonya down. Oh, and nobody goes for the gems. Oh, are they getting them? Nope, they're not. Gems are lost and an easy defense. Daykwaza's team is doing some work here. That is nice start for them. I mean, look how far ahead they are now. 5 kills to 0. They have a talent advantage. Heavily ahead in experience. Not just by a little bit. And that is solid. Gul'dan with 27 stacks now. So yeah, that's pretty good. Now, they're trying. But if the blue team doesn't get killed soon... Oh god, they're losing Chromie here, aren't they? Sonya jumps in, tries to save the day, but the sanctification of Breeze is absolutely on point. 1 kill, 2 kill, maybe even 3. The triple is avoided as Banana is dragging Stitches over. That was a big pull, by the way. I mean, I always knew that Anduin is the master of pulling out, but that he could pull Stitches out there, that was big. Because that is a big bone boy right there. Bikini Stitches. Anduin lifting from the knees in that case. It required a lot of training at the gym. But anyways, now that we got the bot lane... yeah, bot lane fully exposed. Nobody even defending. Is this even going to be a keep? I'm actually a bit scared that they're going to take a keep. Nah, ults aren't there. Sanctification isn't available. Dragon Blade is now. But they shouldn't be able to get a keep. It's a 5 versus 5. 3 levels behind, and yeah, that's still a lot of damage on the main structure here. And guys, the same is happening topside now, so yeah, they defend it eventually, but I guess the top wall is also going to fall. And with that lead that they have, they could technically try and go for a boss. Nice, that was a nice move, but there's way too much CC that is being hit. So there comes the stun with the light bomb. They're trying to go for it. That was a really good reaction from Team Daykwaza, and they even kill Anduin. They punish him for his sins. Anduin is down, and well, that is the keep, I suppose. 13, they finally have level 13 talents. The bad news is that Team Daykwaza is about to hit level 16, and they're taking Chromie down too. What a bloodbath. 9 kills to 0. Team Daykwaza, I mean, at this point, they're going through Team Drakyr like hot butter through cheese. Absolutely crushing them. They go for another kill. Sonya is dead too. Yeah, they are murdering. Oh my god, Genji! Yeah, he's here to chew ass and kick bubblegum, and he's all out of ass. Going straight in for Team Stock. That's 12 kills to 0. What a slaughter. What an opening into the tournament for the team. That is some real solid plays from Team Daykwaza, and Team Drakyr. They have to come up with a different strategy for map number 2, because that's not it. Nicely done, the red team with the W.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Second map in the best of 3 is Battlefield of Eternity. And Team Drakyr has to step it up a bit. So far, it seems like they've been at least a bit outmatched, or they just did not get the draft that they wanted. Now, again, keep in mind that the 10 heroes that you saw in the first map are banned, and so are the 11 that you see down here, the pre-banned heroes for this group stage, which means that 21 heroes are now unavailable, and that is before we are banning the 6 heroes that will be banned in this draft, of course. So that is limiting the pool a bit. There's, of course, still plenty of options of what you can go for. Honestly wondering if Breeze might end up with ETC. ETC was always a great hero for Battlefield of Eternity. And assuming that we are having some tanks banned, that might be an option for them. But again, we're jumping ahead here slightly. Now, of course, there was a little bit of struggling for the blue team on the last map. Junkrat gets banned again. Li Ming is, by the way, up. So Li Ming is a hero that you can take if you want to attack the Immortal. Lulnara would also be another option. So if you want to go full Bambi on them, you can. But some of the usual aspects are obviously out. I mean, again, you can't go for Hanzo. He's globally banned. You can't go for Valla either. That's 2 of the picks that we oftentimes have seen here in the past. Valla maybe not all that often. She's falling a little bit out of fashion there. But, yep. Sylvanas. Actually, good point. Sylvanas was not played. Yep, Sylvanas gets banned again. So, no Sylph to push with the objective. But Genji can't be played any longer either, so both of the Shimada brothers are now out. And a lot of the Overwatch heroes are currently unavailable. Yeah, Nubara gets banned too. Yeah, this is gonna become interesting. Drakyr, what are we... I mean, again, they have chosen the map. Obviously, the team that loses is always the choice. Do they want to have first pick, first ban, or choose the map? They decided that they want to have the map choice. And, yeah, this could be wild. Diablo gets banned, so again, they're targeting the hero pool of the tanks, as kind of expected. Which is also why I said earlier that we might see Breeze play ETC here, since it's a really good map for that. Li Ming first pick doesn't really shock. Again, she's great. And she would be highly contested, especially considering that Hanzo is not available. So, yeah, there's that. And, of course, I want to see what happens around the tanks. I would love an ETC from Breeze. I would love it. Would be absolutely great. So if you can get that, that would be cool. We get Muradin, and we have Greymane. Yeah, Greymane obviously also another really nice tool that you have to take down the Immortal. So that's definitely true. But yeah, it's still a strong start. But are they going to play the ETC variation? Honestly, you still have Zarya. You could even go Zarya and Garrosh. If you want to throw people around a little bit, that's another option. I mean, again, it's game 2. We're not looking at game 3 or 4 just yet. So there's plenty. There's Garrosh, and they go for Tyrande. Okay, that's not really forced, but fair enough. If they can play that well, that's great. Tyrande has also the Hunter's Mark that can be applied to the Immortals, so that's nice. And now that a lot of heroes are banned out, Tyrande becomes more of an option, because a lot of the heroes that can easily get to her are not available anymore. You can't play your Tracer, you can't play your Genji. There's a lot of others that are also gone, so that's actually not bad. And they banned Chen. Okay, Chen gets banned too. I would still love to see a Zarya here. That would just be great. The good old Rehgar Garrosh. It's always fun. It's just fantastic. But do they really pull that? That's a different question. But I love that we have a hero like Tyrande, you know, really coming back in, because one of the reasons why she started to disappear is that she's just on the squishy side, and there were too many heroes that with the mobility creep being added to the game with every single new hero that joined them. It was just too easy to get on her and take her down. So now that we have a lot of those already pre-banned or not available because they were played in game 1, Tyrande becomes an option for you. And you can try and burn them down. Have to still be careful. If Muradin jumps in deep and Greymane follows, she can obviously die, but heading with good positioning should be able to play around that. There's the Zarya pick on the other side. Okay, I guess we're going to get our Zarya, but not for Garrosh. Instead, we have it by Drakyr. Not bad for Greymane and Karazin either. They can go a bit deeper with this now too. Okay. Final 2 picks. Daykwaza, what's it going to be on the side lane? The Hogger is still up. Yeah. The Hogger is still up. Could play the Hogger. Cassia, Artanis. Artanis got nerfed, by the way. They fucking nerfed Artanis. That's the biggest meme ever. Blizzard looking at their quick match stats. Yeah, he's too strong, and instead of teaching people how to play the game, they just balance around that. It's glorious. So we got Cassia, and we have Artanis. Yeah. Side laners, we're running out of them slowly. But we still have a few. So here in Battlefield of Eternity, they lock Artanis in. I can respect that. And Azerite with Rexa. Okay, let's go everybody. Battlefield of Eternity, map number 2 between Team Drakyr and Team Daykwaza. Second map and a chance for Team Drakyr to tie this one and force map 3. We have on the left side Drakyr himself with Zarya, Enabler, playing Greymane, Stalk Muradin, Azerite on Rexa, Banana Age of Karazim, standard talent as usual, of course, with the Iron Fists. And on the right side of the map, Henning with Tyrande, we got Jelab on Li Ming, Breeze on Garrosh, No Game No Life on Cassia, and Daykwaza is playing Artanis. Ah, it's glorious. Artanis, he's getting played again. Daykwaza saw the nerfs and he's just like, yeah, I don't care. It's Meta Madness time, baby. I'm gonna go for my boy. And I'm gonna show you that he's not totally useless. At least not in Meta Madness. They reduced his health pool. health pool and regeneration were both reduced, and his shield was also reduced. It's just like, yeah, he's too strong. You can't kill him. Yeah. I really thought it was an April's Fool's joke when I saw that, and I had to double check, but it's actually true. So now we got the charged strikes as the level 1 talent. We also got here the Together We Are Strong for Zarya. And at the bottom of the map, we got our 1 versus 1. Shifting things up a little bit. Normally it's the top lane, that's the 1v1 lane. But they are slightly different right now. I can't wait for all of the combos and all of the hero picks that come out in the bigger series and also in best of 5s, of course. But now we have an insta Zarya kill as Breeze finds another victim, flips it into tower range, and then the team follows up on the damage. So yeah, Breeze is beasting it at the front as usual. We got Tyrande sending a couple of ults to Hogwarts as well. So one Hedwig after another crossing the map here for all of the vision. All they wanted to double check was if there is a play for the camp at the bottom of the map, and that's indeed happening. But they could invade here. It's a 3 versus 2. It's a swap, but not quite the flip. Nice idea though. I like the thought process behind it, but they couldn't quite pull it off. Now, while this is happening, the top gets already pushed, and that means that the wall will be at least partially destroyed. Level 1, we got the Ranger for Tyrande. With the green hair over here. It's bot lane. With Zarya, they should be able to take this one down too. It's a bit of a race situation though. Problem is, I mean, can you imagine this little play here with... nice! Nicely done by Karazim. But can you imagine it with Greymane being around? Greymane being around here, and then all of a sudden him getting the shield from Zarya too. They could take these structures down so quickly. But it's gonna be just an acceleration of the map because, well, we are seeing this happen down at the bottom of the map. The same is more or less playing out at the top. Not quite with the same success though, I gotta say. Enabler is holding this back. And can they maybe even defend their top 4 here? I honestly don't know if it's gonna be that good of a trade. I doubt it, but that would be nasty. Nah. It's just too much. No, Enabler can't go any deeper. He would be taken out immediately. So it's a fort for a fort, but they're hoping to get some extra damage at the bottom keep wall. But this will accelerate the game. You take down main structures before the objective. The first one is even up on the map. I mean, by definition, you're going to have a bit more experience as the game continues. The objective has less structures to go through. I mean, in this case, obviously going to spawn on the opposite side of the map first. But just generally, you're making this a little bit faster. Immortal stun on Stalk, and he gets immediately targeted and blown to pieces. Li Ming with some great combos. That was on point. They lose the halftime show, but they get the kill on the main tank. So that was actually really on point. Death time is of course low, but that was some solid targeting. Also Henning with a nice Hunter's Mark and the stun that he connected. Well played. Now here comes the next move. They're trying to go for the win. Can they take this one? Who's going to win this? Seems like the red team is still losing it, but only by 1,000 hit points. Yeah, so the first Immortal is claimed, and they're even going for the camp. That's actually pretty good. If they have that at the bot lane, that would help them to potentially do some more structural damage while they're going for the top. But then again, with such a low shield, this is probably not going to do a lot for them. Especially with Henning applying another Hunter's Mark. That should really work there. So here we go. We got the top attacked. Breeze is already looking for victims and finds one. They're trying to go for the kill, but Enabler gets out. Not enough damage there, and Breeze was in trouble, but they flip Banana H over, and this time Karazim is not able to zip away, so he goes down, but they're still keeping them occupied as the camp is pushing through the bottom of the map. So not only do they get the wall and at least some damage on the fort, but they are buying time for the bot lane. Artanis is now there, and I guess Stalk is gonna die. Muradin is dead. Bottom wall is still intact. Daykwaza made it in time to take the Shamans down. So the captain of the team doing the work here. With level 7 we got the Saris Hymn. We also got Calamity. Still more camps on the map that they can claim. And talking about Artanis, amateur opponent into the Psionic Synergy. And we got the Chrono Surge for him as well. Swap, baby, swap. So we're going to see a bit more happening along those lines, I suppose. They also have a pretty serious kill lead. 4 kills to 0 that early in the game. That's not necessarily game-changing, but that is already a bit of a concern. Then again, if you're thinking about level 10 abilities, we're most likely going to get the bullet for Greymane. On top of that, you have the 7-sided strike for Kharazim. So whenever Misha or Muradin connect some stuns, that should be a blow up. You're getting caught alone by that combo, and you are just instantly blown up. So that could happen to all of them here. Something to keep in mind as this continues. With level 7, we now got the crippling talons. We have also Artanis showing quite a bit of respect here. Still staying on the mount, doesn't really have to do anything there. It's just like waiting this out. Breeze, is he in trouble? No. Zarya though, where's the shield? The flip, and Drakyr is dead. Daykwaza, nice. Yeah, Daykwaza is really rocking it right now with his plays. Doing a great job here on the swaps and looking for another one. This time he misses it, but he is definitely applying pressure that Team Drakyr is not comfortable with. Game number 1 was already a huge victory for the red team, and they are obviously going to try and make this a very quick 2-0 so that they can advance to the winner's match. But Breeze might be in a bit too much trouble, and he gets stunned by the Immortal, but they keep him alive, and Greymane is dead. Breeze alive, Greymane down, Kharazim at least drops Li Ming, and he gets out. Nicely done. Good job by him. So Kharazim saves it for now. Obviously, they lost the halftime show, and here's level 10, so that's the bigger problem. Because there's just no way you're gonna win a battle in the middle of the map for the objective if your opponent has heroics, and you don't. So, yeah. They need... I really don't like that they're trying to fight here. This is not going well for them. This is not going well at all. The question is not do they die, the question is how. Zarya dies first, there's Kharazim, and if they want Stalk, they're gonna get him. The question is simply, do they chase him all the way? Or do they just say like, yeah, screw it, we don't need him. So... yeah, there's another flip, and goodbye. Time to say goodbye. Alright, I spare your ears, and instead we're looking at the Immortal who gets murdered. But them losing 3 heroes, I mean, what did that accomplish? It widened the gap, so why go for it? That's not something that you really needed. But either way, down at the bottom of the map, Enabler, he's just sitting on his money pig and he's like, we need level 10! And there it is. Strangration. 7-sided strike, sorry, we're not on 20 yet. And he doesn't go for the bullet, go for the throat. Yeah, to be fair, there's a couple of squishies around. I thought they wanted to go for an insta-blower, but they don't. Instead, he can also do a lot of damage with that. And he has those squishies that he can hunt in the backline. So that's a good move. But yeah, Stork has to Abathur up and jump out. They're really trying to push this past them. Greymane taking a bit of damage. Obviously, Cassie has a problem too, since she can start to blind them. And so can Artanis. So there's that. Another hit. Ford is down. There's the taunt. Muradin. Give him the axe. Give him the axe! The dwarf jumps out, gets launched instantly. The fort is gone. That's both of the forts, of course, destroyed since the first one has been taken out very early in the game as they traded structures. 10 kills to 1. 30,000 damage for Cassia. And this wall falls too. Yeah, they dropped the entire wall. They dropped the gate. And Banana H is looking for kills. Look at Banana. Hit after hit after hit. Someone is getting a little bit aggressive over here. Stormbolt, okay. He wants that 7-sided. Do we really know that he waits for someone to dance in there? They jumped away. The stun came too late. There's the chance. And there's the kill. And there's the double. 2 kills. Easily taken. Nicely done. Yeah, that was really needed. That was a desperately needed double kill. Look at it. So here we go. He's waiting the entire time. Then they see the opportunity. They get the kill. Bam! The 7-sided connects immediately. And they get 2. Cassia and Artanis, they both fall. And now they can even steal the camp away here. It's a small window, but it should be enough. And yes, they claim it. And all of a sudden, they're getting closer in experience again. So maybe they can bridge the gap before level 13 becomes a real big problem. They could also have potentially dove for this one. This might have been the better play, honestly. Going straight up for the fort and leave them the camp. I guess eventually they can take it anyways. Especially since the fight is still ongoing. Banana H needs the target to jump out. Rek'Sai is, by the way, at the bottom of the map, still doing work here. Stalk is a bit low. 5 versus 4 at the top, but it's gonna cost them. It's gonna cost them at the bottom of the map. There's the 7-sided strike again. Jumps out, gets the shield, is on the run. Rehgar is trying to help them, but they still have this pushing through the bottom of the map. So that's another tower that falls. Well, that's a bit of time lost. So that's kind of unfortunate. If they can take the camp during the halftime show, that would help them to apply even more pressure to the bot lane. And Team Daykwaza has to be careful, because that could eventually cost them a keep here. Now, we got level 13 talents on both sides, and they're trying to go for the race. Breeze is interrupting as best as he can. But who takes the lead? Nice flip into the stun. Amateur opponent doing some work over here, and so, of course, does the Hunter's Mark. Bottom of the map, still. But, yeah, they have to start to defend. And they do. Halftime show, victorious by the blue team. Small margin, but they got the lead. And now another opportunity to maybe claim this. Punch it, baby. Banana H riding on his frozen pea. Never go for yellow snow, boys. Yellow snow, you know what that means. So, yeah, here we have it. The Isolate Breeze, 7-sided. They can't take him, though. They can't get the kill. They're trying to chase them, and the Stormbolt connects. Maybe now, Breeze, Greymane! And Greymane is dead. They target him. Li Ming is dead as well, but another victim as Mirrodin falls. The keep at the bottom of the map has taken some damage, as already predicted, but they're absolutely cleaning house in the teamfight now. They have Rehgar destroyed, and they're looking for Banana H. He doesn't have a lot to dash anymore. Tries to get away, but Daykwaza, another flip, and they go for Zarya. The only survivor is Karazim, the bald man, of course. We are resilient, I'm telling you guys, we are very, very resilient. So yeah, it doesn't really surprise me that he gets out. The bald boys, they always prevail. From Joe Rogan to Johnny Sins to me and Karazim. You just can't, yeah, you just can't get rid of us. We're like cockroaches. We always pop back up. 14-4. We got 15 on the board now, so they're working on the level 16 talent. And with the Immortal now going topside, maybe they can even go for the keep. The first tower has already been eliminated. They can get more. That would, of course, be kind of neat. But, yeah, we'll see. Damage output, 49,000 for Cassia. 49,000. Compare that to Greymane. Cassia is currently doubling the damage that we're getting from Greymane, which is kind of insane. But this with level 16, that combo should definitely drop the keep. Now the problem is, of course, that at the bottom of the map there is still the camp, and if they trade just keeps here, that wouldn't really be the best deal. But maybe, just maybe, they got a chance. And here comes the taunt. They're going for him again. Mirrodin activates the Abathur, and they get the 7-sided strike on Artanis. Yeah, and the cannon fodder is doing what he does best. Artanis goes down. I'm so happy that Blizzard nerfed him. I mean, he was totally oppressive, and he would have survived here for sure if not for that. Yeah, jokes aside. They got even another... Jesus, they turned it on Greymane. Greymane is dead. And they get Li Ming. Punch it, baby, punch it. Karazim, look at him. Hit him hard. Slap him. He's going full Whittlesmith on them. He killed Li Ming, and now he's going for Henning as well. And as all of this happens, the bottom keep is about to fall. Now, to be fair, the top keep has fallen too, and the core is at this point at 72%, so this Immortal has done some work. But with Garrosh down and the keep destroyed, can they even go for the game? They don't have Greymane. Unfortunately for them, they don't have Greymane, and they don't have Zarya here either. So, 57% on the core. There is no way they can finish this. There's no way. Greymane and Zarya are too far away. And now Li Ming is back. I'm sorry, boys, but I like the optimism. But this is just not happening. Not with Cassia coming back too. I just don't see it. If they pull this off, that would be fantastic. But here's Cassia. She has a blind. Tyrande is back, 88%. I mean, sorry, but nope. It's not happening. Not right, no. Maybe later, but not at this point. So they make another play. They're trying to go for it. Already the move and the kill. Down goes Rehgar. Rehgar is dead, and they're trying to chase the rest of the team too. If they get them, they can go for core. With 57%, you can definitely finish this. So, yeah. There's the hit. Drakyr is down. That's 2 eliminated, but the Immortal is also coming up. And at least the catapults get taken. Are they going for it? It seems like they are. I thought they would go for the objective and play it safe, but apparently they're just sitting there saying, okay, screw it, let's go. Let's go, boys. Yeah, 18 to 17 on the levels. 17 kills to 9. That's what I said, yes. Breeze is alive. And 7-sided. Can they get him? Karazim. How much damage does Banana have at this point? Banana H is at 33,000 damage. He's nearly top damage for the team. Nearly top damage. And they couldn't go for the core either. So now it's Immortal time once again. Nice combo on Stalk. Whew. That chunked him down to 50% within a half a second. But it's actually crazy that Karazim is getting just stronger and stronger here. Honestly, Karazim, he fucked up. No, he didn't. He went for the way of 100 fists. Hit him, baby. Hit him. Yeah, they go for the... Oh, Banana! They can't get him. What a swap into the stun! But no kill on Zarya. The backline gets attacked by Stalk in the meantime. Banana H is looking for another opportunity here. Get those heals out, move in, get the 7-sided. In comes Meriton, the dwarf. Maybe a bit too deep. The 7-sided strike, he fucked it up. Banana H just screwed it up and died. He wanted to Q. He wanted to Q. He wanted to go in, dash in, and then ult, and he screwed it up accidentally. He ulted first, and then he dashed. Oh, God. I think they could have gotten a kill or two there. Now it is game over, I suppose. There's the play for the core. Banana, such a fantastic game. And then in the last fight, the combo wasn't properly executed. Hotkey mistake, I assume. Maybe hitting the shift key a little bit too late. But at this point, it seems like it is a 2-0 victory for Team Daykwaza. They come in for the win. Breeze dies. Greymane gets a kill. Can they save it? Greymane once more. He goes for Liming, but it's not happening. No, this is a victory. 30 kills in total, 20 to 10. And they take the 2-0 victory and move on to the winners match. GG.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.